Hi everyone, today I'm looking at making some envelopes, decorating some envelopes just using some junk mail. And I'm working with what's left of the pages I've printed from the vintage photo collection. And I'm wanting to make something. I've collected a whole pile of mixed papers and I've tea stained some of them, and some of them are just aged naturally. And I want to use this to decorate them. And I want something that's going to be quite flat, that looks beautiful but doesn't take up a lot of space. So I'm looking at this, the size of this in this journal, and I might trim that down those two ways. So I'm going to start with just going to cut this down a little bit, trying to make it probably about 6 inches. That'll give me that full window. So I'm just going to trim off the end part of that. And then I don't want it the full width, so what I might do is trim it back so that there's a similar amount of space on that side to this side, about there, and then add a little bit that I can fold in to make it the envelope. Okay. So now I'm just going to open that up along I'm going to take part of the back out, so I just want to leave enough to glue it down to the page. And just get rid of the bulk. I don't need the back, the page will work as the back. And then just trim that off on an angle. And then I want to, similar to this side, have a part that's going to fold under. So I'll just score that, trim that corner off. Okay, and fold that in. So that's going to be my pocket there. I've got a little collection of just torn book pages and papers that I've been working with. So to start with, what I want to do is I'm going to collage these on. I just want to put some ink and some stamping around this window part so that I don't have to be too precise in gluing my papers on. So I'm just going to use, this is just a bit of a stamp that's got a lot of texture on it. So I'm just going to use some black ink and just stamp not on the window but just around the window. Okay, that'll do. And then I'm just going to use a little bit of ink just to age around that window. So I'm going for the vintagey look. If it does get, if the ink or I'm using the oxide here, or the archival ink gets on the window, if you get the oxide ink on it, you can wipe it off easily enough with a baby wipe. The archival ink is much more difficult to clear up. So I've just done that to age that. Now when this is in the journal, it's going to sit down like that. But I do want to strengthen this top a little bit, so when I'm collaging the papers on, I'm going to overlap them so that I can fold that behind, and that will just strengthen the top of this as a pocket. So I'm just glue stick will be fine, and I'm just going to randomly collage on some papers, and on the top edge only I'm going to fold them over Okay, so that's all covered. I'll just trim off the excess and then think about how I'm going to decorate it. Okay. So now the top is reinforced and these sides can just fold in. And by cutting off the back, it just reduces the amount of bulk in the journal. Okay, so that's my envelope. Because I'm going for a vintage look, let me just put a little bit more glue on that piece there. Because I'm going for the vintage look, I'm just going to put a little bit of ink around the outer edge. And to decorate it, I've done a couple of videos where I've made some handmade ephemera in the vintage style, and also handmade beads with paper scraps. I'll link those. So here's some of the ephemera that I've been making, and some little bits and pieces that might look nice on this. That could easily be a little dangle if I put this on the side of the page. Let me grab one of these images. I might grab one of these smaller ones and see if that will fit down in that bottom corner. I've also got some tea bags that have dried out that might work as well. So let me just grab this bottom image off, and I'll just quickly ink that just to get rid of the white. So I like that little dangle up there. I think a little bit of tea bag might look nice behind it. Let me just tear some of this off. Yep. And then what else have I got? I might use one of the little page tabs. Might go nicely on the top of the image. And I've also got just some bits and pieces of lace around. And I think maybe a little bit of lace underneath that might look nice. Yeah. Alright, let's glue that on and we'll see how we go. Just trim that to size. And I might put that on the top. Okay, now I'm going to cover some of the window, but that's fine. eyelet in that. That will be fine. Alright, so I'm going to have that, if I put the eyelet, put this on the page, and I'll have the eyelet close to this corner, then that little dangle can hang out the side of the journal. So I will do that. Okay, so if that's glued onto a page over on the edge, then this, if I can slide that down like that, that can all hang out the side of the journal. So there's one. Now I've covered a few more. So let me bring this one in. So with this one, I've got a larger image, and I might round the corners on this one. And I've got some tea bag that was, I think it was blueberry, and it's come out a pretty pinky colour. Let me just get rid of the white on those corners. Okay, so I've got this tea bag here that's come out with this pretty blueberry colour, so I'm just going to pop that around the outside. And then I've also got some lace which I thought might look really pretty. I might put that, actually put that down first. On the top and the bottom. And then add the tea bag on top of that. It's a really pretty colour. Okay. And then I can just roughly trim off the corners there. Alright, so from the ephemera that I've made, I thought that would look nice with a little ticket there, tag. So I just might trim this back a little bit more. That's better. Love it with that pinky colour. And then I've got a little tag that I thought would look nice up there. And then a little label down in the corner, and I can stamp anything I like on that. So that's the first one, that's the second one, and I can put a dangle on that in the corner when I decide where it's going to fit. This one here, I've got a little bit of tea bag, the photo, and I've just put nice corners on it with a punch. I've got another label and a little envelope, so that one's ready to decorate. Here's another one here that I've done. So these ones are all the top opening ones where it will slide in from the top. This one I liked the pattern in the back, so I've kept the back on this one and just folded the sides in. So when I've had it laying down like that, I've folded the sides in. So that, and for this one I've chosen one of the little cards from the ephemera kit, and I've put a little black frame to go with that photo and a little label on that one. And then this other one here, again, this is one of the double envelopes, and again I've made it a side opening from the other side. I liked the black pattern on there, so for this one I've just cut a little bit of pink cardstock, and I've cut some of the pattern paper that will sort of layer in the back. I've got a little bit of muslin to go on top of that. This really pretty photo that's got hints of pink in it, and I liked the little bit of lace to go underneath this one, and that's got a hint of blue, that lace. There's blue in that image as well. A little tag to go on the top there, and a label on that one as well. So I will put those together. And I've also got these. I thought since it was pink, this one needed a little hint of pink in floral, so I've got some of these pretty pink flowers, and I thought I might add one of those to that one. So I'm going to glue everything down and put some eyelets in and find some beads and things to dangle on the back. See, that's enough for that one to add a bit of decoration to that, and I'll be back to show you how that looks. So I'll put you on fast forward and you can see these come together. Okay, here they are all finished. So this one is one of the side opening pockets, and when you sit that in a journal, these beads will hang over the edge. So that's the first one. Here's one of the, this is a side opening one as well. So this would go on the other side of the page, and you've got some little, these are the handmade beads as well. So that's that one. This is one of the top loading pockets with the little dingle dangles that will hang over the side of the journal. And that looks really nice. Here's another top loading pocket, and again I've put a little handmade bead and some string through there, and that will sit on a journal on the side, and those things will dangle off. Plenty of space in these pockets to tuck something large. And here's the last one, that's that one. It's got the little envelope with a little strip of paper tucked in it. That's all sitting there nicely ready to go, and this one's got a couple of those handmade beads as well. So that's the pockets. I hope you have a go at them. They're really good fun, and like I said, they don't take up much space in the journal, but they look lovely.